just arrived here in Lake Havasu, Arizona, and I am actually at my late father's home. And this kind of mission for this trip is to work on vehicles and making sure stuff runs, because I need to have stuff transported and sell some things. So we're also going to be compiling various belongings of his. So kind of a strange video. I really don't even know how to talk about this kind of thing, but regardless, we got, my dad had a really cool car collection, toy collection, so got to figure out what to do with some of the stuff. So these are going to be some of the vehicles that you will be seeing on the channel in the future. But yeah, my mission for tonight, I just got here. I want to start moving stuff out of the garage, making sure everything runs, and just giving it a once-over. So first up, we're going to get the doors open. We'll get the slingshot started along with the Bergman, get the F-150 and the Flex out of the way, and then we'll move further on. So this is a nice Polaris slingshot hardtop. I love the green. This, you guys will see here eventually, this is a 59 Cadillac Resto Mod. Back here, we have a AC Cobra replica, so small block Ford. Cool freaking car. So there's a lot of stuff here, and it's going to be a bit of a weird experience, I'd say, but anyway, let's get to it. All right, first up, Ford Flex. Don't be dead. Don't be dead. Don't be dead. I don't have much hope for the F-150 over there, because last time it was incredibly low. Well, hell yeah. Sweet. All right, we're starting off good. Today's been a good day. I've had a lot of people just kind of like, I don't know, the universe is talking today. So this thing, of all the vehicles in this garage, the mighty Ford Flex is actually one of my favorites. 3.5 EcoBoost, twin turbo, you know the deal. That one, actually, same deal. Twin turbo 3.5. So this thing kind of rips. Be fun to put a tuner on it. And that. But yeah, this sleeper status. All right, next up we got the big bad Bergman 400. Let's see. We've got fuel pump. Probably have to have a brake on or something. Let's see. Oh, nice. Okay. Full tank of gas. Man, we're 2 for 2. Love it. I don't know if you guys have ever ridden something like this. These deserve zero hate. They might be ugly, but they kind of rip. I know Fort9 made a video on some older, like a Honda 650 or something like that. And yeah, these things are super fun. Great for just like kind of urban cruising and stuff like that. Dad loved these things. All right, well, the Berg is a champ. Need some air in the tires. Other than that, we're good to go. F-150. All right, we got power locks. That's a start. Still not super confident with this one right now. This has been a good truck. You've had it a long time. You can do it. A little slow, but perfectly good. Come on, give me some fuel. Dang it, fuel level low again. Okay, well, whatever. It started. That's what matters. Let's get this garage open. All right, so far we're 3 for 3. F-150, a little slow starting, but I don't want to let that thing run because it's so low on gas. But next up, slingshot. So I don't know if you guys have ever played around with one of these things, but they're all right. You know, it's not anything Stupendous. Oh, this one's got a tender on it. Okay, glad I just looked. It gives us hope. Anyway, let's see what we got. I don't even know if I remember how to do this. Climb in. Key receptacle. Do I need it? Or is it just perimeter? That's probably for, yeah, it's glove box. Okay. Whoa. We got all kinds of stuff going on. Apply brake to start. Okay. $1,300 miles. Honestly, I really like this one. Just because it's this like grand touring dealio. And this really gorgeous green on bronze kind of contrast. I'm a sucker for green. Okay, it started, it's moved. It's empty as well. Low fuel flashing light. I don't know what's going on here. I found this sweet hat. Next up, Bergster 200. It's on a tender as well, so I'm feeling confident here. All right. We're doing good. Fuel light is flashing. It's a conspiracy. But a quarter tank in this means I could drive it back to Missouri. I mean, I never doubted the Bergman for a second. Next up, Can-Am Spyder RT, RTS. So, he actually had one of these things in the past. It was okay, went a while, between riding it, and just kind of ended up needing some help. So, this one's also on a tender. I'm gonna assume, like everything else, you know what? I don't want to jinx it. Let's just go for it. See what it does. More priming. This one should be Rotax powered. I don't know if it's like a big twin or if it's triple or whatever. I don't know much about these, to be honest. Hit the button. Let's see. Ignition. Maybe we gotta have on the brake. Got prime. I don't know how to start these. Well, to be continued. it's running, but I actually had to resort to YouTube for this one. So foot on the brake, key on, and then you have to hit the mode button, and then you can start it. So I don't know why you got to do that, but it's kind of a strange one. Anyway, it started up, but this thing has some very flat tires. So we're gonna get the Bergman out. We're gonna try to see if we can get these things aired up. All right, 12-volt battery charger, powered from the Bergman to air up the Can-Am. Let's see if we can do this. Grr. All right, well, we got the glide tires aired up and that thing moved back. I do need to input some kind of pin number on that thing. It could be in transport mode, I'm not sure, but I'll try to get to work on that tomorrow. This thing, just kind of taking a look at it. It's been on a tender, so you put the key in, it has voltage and whatnot. Up here, I know he had an accelerator pump gasket leak that he had repaired. Still a little bit of moisture in here, so before I ever try to start it, there is an extinguisher back there. But getting kind of worried. If you guys had smell-o-vision, you could smell the varnished fuel back here. So that's a little bit scary. Not sure if I have the manpower by myself to drain the tank into some kind of clean receptacle and dispose of it somehow, but yeah, if this thing is going to go on a transport, I need it to be able to move under its own power. We will see. I think maybe the it might have said like quarter tank, something like that, so maybe I'll go get some octane boost or some kind of fuel stabilizer or something like that. Maybe it'll kind of bring the fuel somewhat back to life. I know that's kind of wishful thinking. We will see though. All right, while I was out, I picked up some Startron because I have used this before. Maybe the enzymes will do like science and stuff and help with the old fuel. So I will go ahead and add that to the tank, and then we'll see how it does if I try to start it tomorrow or when I try to start it. If it's all sputtering and really not wanting to do good, then I might go ahead and just top off the tank if I can. I believe there's a little fuel jug over there that I can use, so we'll make it happen eventually though. I just really want to try to avoid having to like pump the tank dry, because this isn't exactly a shop. You know, if it was at my house or something like that, I would do it, but don't really have the tools and the containers and the accessibility and stuff in here. We're gonna go all of it, because I don't care. All right, well, it took me a solid 30 minutes to air the tires up. we got there. I'm gonna try to rotate the car this way. About the only thing I can think of. Jacking up the rear end, pulling the whole car. It's always fun. Right. Pull from one of the knockoffs. Or we will push. Whew. Progress. This will surprise zero of you, but I'm kind of a dummy. Who'd have thought? Work smarter, not harder. Cool. There's a much better position. All right, it is the next morning, and I just put a battery in the fob for the Street Glide, so hopefully this is all it needs. Should make a difference whenever we get it close. That's what it needed. Okay, we got prime. This thing should fire right up. So let's see. Like the bars are like down here or something. It's weird. Prime it a couple times. All right, before we go too crazy with it, I'm gonna wipe off all the dust and stuff on the pipes, otherwise it's just gonna bake on. Hello. So having a little bit of space in here makes me notice just how drastically gigantic the Cadillac is. So these things are both hanging out kind of about 10 inches past the line of the carpet. Okay, that's pretty even. We'll come back here. Cobra is before this line. And then the Cadillac will stand kind of where it's at here. That's like 5 feet. That's insane. That is a gigantic car. All right, well, I just got done doing a full detail on the slingshot. That thing is a pain in the butt. There's just so many different little angles, and then the vehicle is not designed to have water really applied to it, so it gathers in a lot of spots. Pretty weird. Anyway, I did the slingshot as well as the Can-Am. Right now, I want to do something fun, so it's been a little while. Let's go ahead and just see what the Cobra does and see if it wants to light off. So just outside of the view of the camera, I have 2 fire extinguishers over here. So let's hope that we don't have to use them. We'll roll this thing over before we start pumping on it, you know. Wonky switch here. Not off to a good start. There we go. It's only showing 11 volts on the gauge. No way. Definitely smell it. There is a power switch in the back for the fuel pump, so I'm going to go ahead and turn that on. Hopefully get some fuel to the front. Tiny drip at the regulator, but that should be good enough to get us going. To be continued. Do not like this ignition, this key. Got a little starting fluid. Not bad for one tiny hit of starting fluid. I think I'm just gonna let it build some heat, so I'm gonna go ahead and just get it outside as fast as I can here. We will bring one of these. Yeah, I had a like a 2000 Mustang or something like that at one point that I bought, and I ended up trying to get this thing running, and I had just such old fuel in the tank, like it was kind of varnish smelling like that. It took actually running the car, like basically on starting fluid, until it could build enough heat in the cylinders to actually ignite the old fuel. So that's probably what we're going to encounter here. It's just going to start smoothing out the more temperature we get in the car. All right, luckily there's a gas station not even a quarter mile away. It's just like literally around the block. So I'm going to take the car. We will put some fuel in it. Luckily, I am actually happy this one shows that it has low fuel. It's at like a quarter tank per the gauge. Don't know how you can typically trust those things, but we'll see. But if I can at least put, I don't know, 5 gallons of premium in it or something like that, it'll help dilute the old fuel and give it a better shot. So the best thing for this is that we drive it. I do not like driving it on, like 3-4-year-old oil or whatever, but it's gonna be fine. We're not gonna do anything crazy with it. But I did go ahead and put an extinguisher in the car. We'll take that with us, just go put some fuel in it, go up and down the block, and see how it does. definitely not hitting on like all 8 equally. It's okay. Wow, these brakes suck. Well, that went exceptionally well. Actually just cruised it for about 15-20 minutes, and it's just getting better and better as it comes back to life. Could probably use a little bit of carb tuning, maybe a fresh set of plugs, but overall really not bad. So I actually went to the gas station, as I said, and then I turned left out of the gas station, looped around the block, and then I already got stopped by basically a neighbor on the other side of the block with another Cobra. So I didn't film anything there, but super nice guy. And of course he's like, hey, so go stop, checked out his car, and it is an actual 427, not like a real Shelby, but it's a correct Shelby mold. And then it does have a 427 dual quad car. Very cool. Very nice guy. He actually had a lot of cool stuff. So yeah, already making friends. All right, I know all of you guys have been thinking, take the damn cover off the Cadillac. Okay, let's get to it. This thing got a lot of faith in it. It's a long walk. So this is a 59 Cadillac Coupe de Ville, and this was built by a NASA engineer in LA, and his name was John Egham. Dad and I went and looked at this car, and this guy, he actually worked on the Apollo missions and stuff like that, so very cool. Now, I do not see a tender on this thing. Let's see if it has any juice. Nothing on the dome lights. Got nothing in here, but there is a main disconnect in the back, I believe. So let's see. All right, let's figure it out. All right, well, I went ahead and pulled out the Optima, and we're gonna throw a Marine AGM in this thing. 180 bucks, $300. This one, 10 of 22. I know he replaced this already, and yeah, it doesn't appear to have done any good. I do not know this car to have any large parasitic drain in it. So, I don't know. It has sat for, at most, probably 7 months unplugged, or untendered, I should say. But we'll go ahead and just toss this thing in here, and I bet we will be in business. really like the post design on this one too. All right, so we got juice. Interior lights, yay. Right. All right, she lives, but I'm wondering if it has a bad alternator. We are showing just under 12 on the gauge. Of course, we're at idle. That didn't really move. I guarantee this thing has oil pressure, but this is just completely dead right there. That's weird. So this has a basically a whole powertrain out of a Pontiac G8. Really nicely done. I've got her coming up now. Literally just like tapping on it a little bit, got it going. I think as the oil temperature gets up, it's starting to climb. But this engine literally has 5,200 miles on it, so I am in no way worried about what it actually says on the gauge right there. All right, well it runs, but the air pump back here will not stop running. It's pretty damn hot to the touch right now, and I don't want it to just go completely bad because this thing needs to be able to pull up onto a trailer, and to do that we obviously have to raise the car up. There is a fuse box up front. I'm wondering if I can just kind of, air it up, pull the fuse, and then just, I don't know, put it back in. I don't know what to make of it. This thing has been actually a very, 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 very reliable vehicle since my dad bought it, and yeah, it's kind of a funky issue, but just not running things for so long, just things have to come back to life, just like that gauge, for example. So we will see, but hard part is over, I guess. There is a little bit of transmission fluid down here, not too big a deal. Such a killer car. This one is fantastic to take to shows. It always draws attention. People always ask questions. I mean, it's kind of impossible not to. It's like the sun. But what I enjoy doing is always letting people sit in it and just kind of, let them kind of experience it, get behind the wheel and stuff, which I think is really cool, trying to extend that offer out to people and let them put a smile on somebody's face. You never know. I've had kids sit in this thing, and I would like to hope that in that moment maybe I'm creating the next kind of car guy, the next gearhead for the future generations. I think that's what it's all about. All right, I just went around the block. Got our oil pressure back how it should, but I'm still worried we're not charging as much as we need to be. So, I don't know, that one's a little concerning. Obviously, if I put the lights on, we have a voltage drop there where it's consuming. We go back up, but yeah, I don't know. We'll have to look into that. Okay, we are in a different location now. This is the warehouse. So this is something else Dad owned. This is actually a limo here. It's kind of hard to get in one shot. This is not ours or anything like that. But got a couple more toys that we need to mess with. So the side-by-side needs to go back to the house at some point. Or maybe not, I don't know, but it at least needs to start up and get the tires aired up. And then we have this thing. This is arguably the coolest thing in the collection. Let's pop the cover off and I will tell you about it. Yeah, this is a 1973 Di Tommaso Pantera. So this thing is extremely cool. This is an original paint grabber orange car, and it does have a, I don't want to say built motor, but this does have a 408 stroker crank in it, along with some 2-valve heads instead of the 4-valve. So this was kind of built for this guy's wife to drive and make it like just a full low-end grunt type engine setup to make it easier for like first gear and stuff. These things have the ZF transaxle, really tall first gear in them, and this is an extremely cool car. So this he's had for a number of years. You know, this is a gated shifter car, Italian body, just like it's cool. So this, like the Cobra, has not ran probably a few years. It's still on a tender. We will see how it goes, but I'm going to do like the Cobra. I'm going to go throw some Startron in this thing and start giving it an assessment, and hopefully maybe later today or something like that I can try to get it out of here. That'd be really cool. All right, well, I couldn't find the engine up here, so I don't really know what to do. No, just kidding. So this thing, not sure the age. The sticker on the side says 2012, but I really doubt that. So, I don't know, I know he has replaced a lot of batteries. Hopefully this one is a lot newer, but I went ahead and tightened the battery cables. And then out back here, gonna be there we go. Big steel top. Yeah. So these clamshells come out. It's all one big fiberglass piece. It's pretty cool. Not a lot of access to work. Once you pull these things out, it's not too bad. You still have to kind of crawl in here. He actually had another Pantera, pretty beastly one, and that was a pretty wild car. All right, the Teryx. It's on a tender. This thing should go. Neutral, oil, park. Okay, never mind. Well, I can't get the side-by-side started. The battery is kind of toasting that, so let's see what this one does. after I move the trailer. All right, let's try this again. Oh, I remember this buzzer. Now, okay, we got the thing rotated over. Oil pressure on the gauge sounds really good, and I know this one has a fuel cutoff switch right here. I can't quite remember. It's probably in the on position, so. Now that it has oil pressure though, let's go ahead and crank it a little bit more and see if it'll fire. So the driving position in this, your feet are way over to the right side, completely opposite of the Cobra. So this one, it's like, you know, if you picture it, I'm sitting here, the wheel is here, and the pedals are here. So you're angled this way in the car, and in the Cobra, you're kind of almost opposite. Door buzzer in this thing, man. Whew. You know what? I should have brought that starting fluid, actually. That would have been a good idea. All right, I think we're gonna run home and grab some starting fluid. I'll be right back. Okay, I have the clamshell out, the air filter off, and we did try to crank it one time and it just kind of like popped for a second. So went back to the house, grabbed some starting fluid. We're gonna put a shot in there. I think it should fire up, no problem, and then hopefully we can start drawing fuel. Now the gauge did show like quarter tank or less, which in this case, again, I think is good because that means I can fill it up with all good fuel. So let's give it a go. So right now it's trying to pick up fuel. Let's help it out a little bit more. well, I just completely forgot to bring the camera and record any of this, but ended up having to put a battery in the side-by-side. We had a large jump pack on it, and it did not do anything. So yeah, just got a battery in, going to hook up the leads, and then hopefully this thing will fire up. But otherwise, got the Pantera out of here, so that's back at the house. Had to move the Cobra, so that means we're driving it. And yeah, back onto this. Okay guys, don't ever try to change a battery in one of these things. Please. Thank God. Oh my gosh. So stupid. All right, well, we have everything in one spot, which is nice. So this thing, super stupid to put a battery in, as you saw. Well, you didn't really see, but anyway, you had to have like, there's just so much stuff in the way. As a matter of fact, I actually got to put a lot of little pins back in the side here. But Pantera went ahead and got, I put like 7 gallons again in that thing, and it was very low on fuel. It was pretty hard to start today as well, but it's over here. And once that thing gets back home, I will drive it more and more and just tweak on it, and it will just be a even better runner. It was already a great running car, but this one's going to be an interesting project because you just want to preserve it. This is original paint, and so it's like there's going to be some super tiny little flaws in it and stuff like that, and you want to just make sure you don't deteriorate it any further and just keep it how it is. And this thing, we're going to do donuts in it, we're going to have some fun, and we will just have to have a stock of rear tires in this thing. So Can-Am, this thing I got to figure out how to sell it, but it's got this like turtle shell trailer kind of thing with it too. Slingshot, I think I'm going to take that to the dealer here pretty soon today, and I think it's just going to go bye-bye. They made an offer on it, and you know what, I think we just have to take it. So Cadillac, you know, you guys saw I had to put a battery in that one, and we'll have a little bit of work to do, just kind of cleaning a couple bits up, diagnosing 1 or 2 little bits when we get home. And you know, this is just a cool cruiser. I want to put different wheels on it, and yeah, other than that, got my brother and sister here, and we've already started taking some stuff off the walls, and we've been doing some work inside. So yeah, old Penske truck is going to get loaded up pretty soon here. But the scooters, they're already on a trailer behind the F-150, and yeah, we will start our drive in the next couple days. So been an adventure here, but finally have everything in one spot. So next time I come visit, or whenever I hire up a enclosed transport, we can go ahead and get 3-4 of these vehicles loaded up, go back to Missouri. But yeah, this is kind of a strange video, I'm sure, but there's a lot of cool stuff here, and you know, a lot of changes happening. So you know, these next handful of videos that I'm going to be putting out, we're going to have a wide mix of stuff, and very soon I'm going to be able to show you guys the new workspace. I'm super excited about it, and it's going to be awesome, and I can't wait. So we're going to get in there and you know, investing in some tools, and just I want to just grow everything that is Brickhouse Builds and just keep taking it to the next level. So anyway, appreciate you guys' patience with this video and everything that I'm kind of going through right now. But you know, we're going to be back to all the bike projects as soon as I possibly can. I'm trying to keep going on them as I do all of this, but I appreciate your understanding. So anyway, hope you guys like this one, and hope to see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.